Monday, guys. Welcome back to the vlog. I've probably said that 8 times in this vlog. I am going to get ready and take you guys along with me to start my week. Sorry I look a little rough. I'm just shaking up my Celsius. I got cranberry lemon. Love cranberry lemon. Hopefully that'll give me life. And something I want to do today is I want to talk about romanticizing your life. I saw a really funny TikTok about making fun of people who have everyday lives that vlog, aka me. And it was so funny. He was saying things like, I know an Excel spreadsheet hates to see me coming. And essentially, that's me. But, you know, while my life is pretty mundane, like I think most people's are, I think it's important to romanticize your life at any opportunity that you can. And I am starting this week by getting ready. The reason why that's a big deal is because I never get ready during the week. Because I work from home, I have maybe 1 meeting a week, maybe 2. And I just use it as an excuse to not get ready, not do anything with myself. And I love playing with makeup. I love getting ready, and it does make me feel good when I am ready. So I've kind of decided that, like, instead of waiting for a reason to get ready, I'm gonna create one. And today I am creating one by saying that I just want to look cute. I want to get glam for the sake of getting glam. I have a doctor's appointment later today, so that's kind of gonna be like my outside outing. And yeah, so let's get ready together. Let's fix this situation and also do my hair. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, so I just moisturized my face. I'm going to go ahead and prime. I love using Pure 4-in-1 Correcting Primer Anti-Blemish Mattifying Acne Treatment. I have really bad skin usually. As you can see, I have like hyperpigmentation. I get breakouts, large pores, oily, dry, anything you can think of. So I tend to lean towards things that say matte or satin because I feel like it balances me out and it gives me a good base. So I'm just rubbing that all over. I put a pretty generous amount all over my face. Alright, and that is done. I want to know if anyone has seen that those TikToks from that one girl. Gosh, I wish I knew her name. I see all her videos, but I forget to get her name. But she's always like, get ready with me for a shift at MAC. And she always does her eyebrows with this duo adhesive, like lash glue. And now I do my eyebrows with the duo adhesive lash glue. And I love it so much. And it's a really good hack for when you don't feel like filling in your brows and doing 2016 eyebrows like I usually do, and probably most people don't do anymore, but I'm making my way away from that slowly but surely. So I like to do my eye area, my eye makeup, before I do the rest of my face. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this. Isn't this so cute? I love the packaging. This is the Sailor Moon. It's a little dirty. This is the Sailor Moon collab with ColourPop. I got the whole collection as a gift because I begged for it, and I love it. They actually did a second collection, and I really want the highlighters from that one. It just looks really, really cute. I really want the highlighters. But the blush comes with a little mirror, so that's what I'm using, and I got my vanity right here too. Alright, my eyebrows seriously need to get waxed, like badly. So yeah, I went to puppy yoga yesterday. I was looking forward to that for like over a month. That was so much fun. I will insert the footage. You guys will probably see the footage before you see this part of the video. but our breed was boxers, baby boxers, and they were so cute. I was obsessed with one that I held towards the end. I was like, if I would have brought you home, I would have named you Hunt, as in Hunt from Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. I don't know why, it just kind of like struck me. But I was like, oh my god, you're so cute, I wish I could take you home. Those puppies were $1,800, which I guess maybe in the grand scheme of things, I mean, I know purebreds can cost a decent amount of money. I have purebred huskies, so I know that it can, you know, be a lot. Thank God they were that price, because I feel like if they were any cheaper, I would have tried to justify taking one home. And I have 2 dogs in an apartment, and I do not have room for anything else until I move into a bigger place. So very happy I didn't do that. But it was fun. We got breakfast afterwards, and I also brought along my friend Alyssa to meet some of the girls in my book club. My book club is the one that went to puppy yoga, and one of our girls also actually brought her sister to tattoo, and that was really fun. I have to say, I love female friendship. As someone who didn't get a chance to develop any female friendships in my 20s and had a really rough childhood, so it affected my ability to make connections as a child. Finally having female friendships as an adult in my 30s has drastically changed my brain chemistry. You know, I like to think I've always been a girl's girl, but it's been really hard to make friends, you know, let alone it's hard to make friends in general as an adult. But when I was in my 20s, I was working 2 jobs. I was trying to get myself a place to live, trying to get myself a car. So I simply didn't have the time. If anyone had asked me to hang out, it would be like, okay, I am free 3 weeks from now on a Tuesday. And when you're 22 years old and someone's asking you to hang out on a Friday, they kind of mean that night, you know, or within the next 48 hours usually. So, you know, it was really hard to establish friendships with so little availability in my schedule. So it just kind of never happened. And then in my childhood, my home life was just so tumultuous. You know what word I'm trying to say. It was chaos. It was hectic. I was sad. I was depressed all the time. I was angry because of what I was going through and what I was witnessing, what was also happening to me. And that didn't really leave much room for me to, you know, like be talkative and want to hang out with people. I pretty much just like went to school and got through my day as best I could, went home, just couldn't wait to be alone, to be in my room, go to sleep, recharge, and hopefully be strong enough to brave the world the next day. So I was very much in survival mode. And when you're in survival mode, that's not an ample, that's not a very fruitful environment to establish relationships when you're in survival mode. It's not really productive in any way, shape, or form. So now that I've met friends in such an organic way, so we literally all met at Barnes & Noble. So I'll tell the story of how we met. I was hanging out with my friend Kat, and she was like, let's go to Barnes & Noble. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, love Barnes & Noble. I love walking around, even if I'm not buying anything. I can walk around in Barnes & Noble for hours and just look and read the backs of books. So we went, and we're huge Sarah J. Maas fans, and we had just recently, both of us had just recently finished reading the ACOTAR books, A Court of Thorns and Roses. And we were there and we're just talking out loud about like the book and stuff, and like girls are commenting because we're like in like the romance fantasy section, and girls there are other girls there and they're also talking about it and they're like making commentary. We're making like cute little like meet cute connections, and then there are these two women that are there and they're really outgoing, way more outgoing than I am, and they fully stop to have a full conversation with us. And we're talking, we find out their names are Kyra and Fatima, and we also meet this girl Soraya and her sister Shai, and I think they were also with some other girls themselves, but the people that really stuck around to talk to us was Kyra, Fatima, and Soraya. And we just kind of hit it off, and we ended up talking for hours in that Barnes & Noble. Like, it was insane. And by the time we left, we got each other's numbers. We put it in a group. We made a group chat like that night, and next thing you know, we were in a book club, and it has been so nice. We're literally going to and Windy and Wild. I forgot exactly what it's called, but we're going, and it's a romance book convention, and I'm really, really excited about it. And we're gonna stay at a really nice Airbnb together, and like these are women that like I met on a whim at a Barnes & Noble, you know? And if it wasn't for them being so open to talk to us, I wouldn't have had the guts to have a full conversation with complete strangers, you know? They really, my friend Kat really took the lead on that. And because of, you know, their friendliness, I was able to open up. And now I have friends. I have adult women friends. And it is the most fulfilling thing. It is so nice. I feel like I'm never alone. Even when I'm not talking to them, I feel like I'm never alone now. I feel like if I need someone to reach out to, I feel like I have that. If I need someone to talk to because I'm having a bad day, or if I just want to catch up or have someone to go to the movies with or hang out. Like, I saw Wicked with Fatima. She was one of the people that I met that night. And, like, that was so sweet. It was just so sweet that she was willing to go to the movies with me. And I know that sounds probably silly to most people. Like, what do you mean willing to go to the movies with you? As if it's a chore. I'm trying not to think of it that way. I know it's not a chore to hang out with me, and you know, I'm worthy of taking up space and you know, all that good stuff. But it's hard. It's hard when it's been ingrained in you and you feel like that, you know, that maybe you're not worthy of friends. I feel like when you go so long without establishing connections, you can't help but start to feel like, all right, well, the common denominator is me. So maybe there's something I need to work on. And there was something I needed to work on, you know? In my early 20s, I ended up going to a rehab center for mental health, and I definitely put in the work, and I did need to work on myself, absolutely. And it was a really hard time for me, but I pushed through. I was in that rehab center for about 12 weeks, and you know, I think I met them at the perfect time in my life, because I was out of that program for about like 2 years or so by the time I met them a year ago. I think I met the girls like a year ago, almost 2 years ago. And you know, it's just been amazing. I can't speak enough about it. Female friendships are just, I feel like they're so important as a woman, because it's like, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with having friendships of the opposite sex or anything like that, but I just feel like when you're grown and you're a woman and you're going through all the things that women go through as we age and we get older, it's just so hard to find other people that relate to you other than other women, and they really understand the, you know, the ups and the downs of everyday life, of just being a woman, and especially being a brown woman. Fatima is half Italian, half Filipino. Kyra is black. Soraya's black. Kat's Puerto Rican. I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican. Well, I did a DNA test, and it turns out I'm actually just Iberian. Iberian and South American, but where my family is physically located are on those two islands. So I just say that. But yeah, so it's just like, the experience of being a brown woman and being, of ethnicity and just going through life is a special experience, and it's something that not a lot of people can relate to unless you're in those shoes yourself. And I feel like I not only have women that, are like my confidants and, people that I can have fun with, but I also feel like they're people that I can relate to, and we can, we experience a lot of shared experiences, so it's just amazing. It really, really is. Sorry if I'm going on and on about this, but I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful. My friend Fatima sent me, I keep saying my friend, obviously, Fatima sent me, a Thanksgiving card, and she sent me a Christmas card, and the Christmas card was so cute. It was her and her husband, Tim, with their dog Dahlia, who's a Doberman, and she's so freaking cute. I haven't met her yet, actually, and I just want to give the snout kisses so bad, so bad. And I just thought that was so sweet, like the idea that someone thought of me. They wrote down my address on an envelope. They took the time to put a card together, mail it out. Like, I know that sounds so minuscule probably for most people, but again, growing up without those connections, growing up with the feeling of like around the holidays that like no one's thinking of me, that like I don't have anyone to miss and no one misses me type of thing while I'm out working 2 jobs, to go from that to like someone, sharing their holiday card with me is like I could cry. I could really cry about it. But yeah, so just the absolute sweetest. So I love her so much. And then there's Kyra. Kyra and me are actually going to Korea together. Again, someone I just met at Barnes & Noble. She was also exceptionally kind and invited me to go with her group of friends. I haven't met them yet. I'm very excited to meet them. Apparently it's a group of women, so hopefully, I can make even more friends. I'm assuming I will, because we're gonna be spending 2 weeks together on the other side of the world. But I'm really excited about that. It's on my bucket list to go to Korea. It's one of those places where like I always imagined myself going, but had no idea when I would ever be able to. And because we're going with a big group of people, that obviously cuts down the cost a lot in terms of like, where we're staying. We're splitting it amongst, I think, like 5 or 6 or however so many people. And that saves a lot of money, and it gives me the ability to go. And when she invited me, I was like, oh my God, I jumped on it. I was like, yes. Like, of course I want to go. A chance meeting at a Barnes & Noble, which is just so insane. I feel like I've been blessed. Like, sorry, I'm getting really corny this vlog, but truly, like, I don't know what I did to deserve to know these women, but to have them in my life, it just kind of like, I'm a big believer in found family. It's my favorite trope, which is why I pretty much only read fantasy, because I can relate to it the most. Because I fully believe that family is who it's not always necessarily blood. It's the people that are there for you, the people that love you, the people that check on you, the people that spend time with you, whether you're going through a good time, a bad time, any time in between. The people you can count on, you know? And I feel like you sometimes are born with those people, and sometimes you find those people as life goes on. And I've definitely found those people, and who knows, maybe I'll even find even more, which is so exciting to me, because now that it's happened, I feel like the possibility of there being more people entering my life is more plausible than ever, and that makes me so excited for the future, and it gives me something to look forward to. Coming from someone, trigger warning, that used to be, you know, had suicidal ideation, you know, like grew up with that growing up, you know, always thinking about, you know, the end of my life, taking my life. To go from that to sticking around long enough to see it turn around really just kind of makes me go, oh, I'm getting emotional. Really just kind of, it just makes me so happy that I stayed. It really does. Oh, I'm getting emotional. But yeah, so that's just what I wanted to talk about. I'll stop getting emotional. So I just did my eyeshadow. Now I'm gonna attempt to go in and get myself a wing liner. We'll see how accurate I can get it today. Okay, not bad. I'll probably clean it up, but yeah, not bad. It could be worse. You know what? I've done way worse. Now I'm just gonna go in and clean it up. I'm gonna clean it up with like a little brush and some concealer. I am so mad. So I had bought in a tape shaped concealer. I usually buy the Fair Natural really light. That's what I prime my eyes with. That's what you saw earlier. And I bought one that was actually my skin tone for spot correcting, and I lost it. And I was so sad. But I got a Juvia's Place concealer, and that one's just as good, and it's way less expensive, but I'm still mad because that Tarte concealer was brand new, and I still have no idea where it is. And that Tarte concealer, I got it on sale, but still, it's like $32 for a concealer. It's like the price of a foundation. So still so mad I don't know where that is. But I'm gonna go find my Juvia's Place concealer, and I'll be right back. All right, found the concealer. Just put a little on the back of my hand. Alright, so eyeshadow is done. I just did like a neutral eye, put a little sparkly shadow on the front, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna fill in my brows a little bit. Alright, I'm back with a wet sponge. I decided to get off my butt. And I like to just go straight in and pump it directly on the sponge, like a pump or two. And I'll just go and dot it and start tapping. So yeah, so like I said, I'm just, you know, romanticizing my life today. I'm getting ready for the sake of getting ready. It does make me happy, and at least I'm vlogging it, so it kind of makes me feel justified in doing it. I have a doctor's appointment later today. I think I mentioned this before, or I might have recorded something honestly and decided to delete it. But I am receiving treatment for my eating disorder. So I am in psychotherapy, and I have an appointment today. So we'll see how that goes. The lady I'm meeting today is very sweet. I've met with her only one time before, but she was very nice, and luckily with her, we don't have to go too much about the past and my childhood. We're, in her words, we're focusing more about where I am right now. So it's a little less daunting to see her because I know I'm not gonna reopen a lot of old wounds. So yeah, look at that. Look at how much coverage. You saw how all the hyperpigmentation on my face. Isn't that crazy? See, L'Oreal does the job. But yeah, so she's like in control of like my medication, my mental health meds, my Wegovy, and you know, we just are working on kind of conquering where my issues stem from, trying to see what works, what doesn't, and the ultimate goal is to get to a place where I'm better mentally, and the medical goal, I guess if you could say so, is for me to lose a little bit of weight just so I can get to a healthier place, and so my blood work can come back better. My blood work is not the best. My hemoglobin, like my iron, is really low. That may not have to do with my weight. They're not really sure why it's like that. They don't think I'm anemic, but there's different types of anemia. So I still have to get tested for, I have to get like retested for things like that. To figure out why, because last time I did it, my plasma and my hemoglobin was just not great, they said. Not great at all. So we definitely want to figure that out. And yeah, so let's see what today's visit entails. I won't take you guys along with me on that because it's just boring. It's just, obviously I can't record my doctor's appointment. But that is essentially the only plans for today. It's just work, doctor's appointment, and that's it. Boop, boop, boop. Oh yeah, so like I mentioned in another clip, I saw my neighbor Totoro. So fucking cute. If I'm gonna be honest though, that movie wasn't about anything. It was adorable. I guess you could say it was about like imagination and maybe imaginary friends. I'm not quite sure, but it was very wholesome. It was very cute. I went on my boyfriend's birthday with him and his mom. That's all he wanted to do for his birthday. He's very wholesome. He's very cute. That's all he wanted was to see one of his favorite childhood movies, and it was so giddy to it was so nice to watch him watch it because he was so excited. Every time something happened, I had to be like shh because he kept talking. But he wasn't the only one. It was okay. The theater was like full of like adults that I can assume were like reliving their childhood. It was the Studio Ghibli like festival that they do every year where they put his movies back in theaters during the fall winter time for people to watch. And last winter we saw Spirited Away, which I love Spirited Away. I actually have a tattoo on my left calf of Chihiro and Haku, and that movie means so much to me as a kid. And for him, his Studio Ghibli movie that meant so much to him was Totoro. And It was so cute. It was adorable. The sisters, the dad, it was such an adorable movie. I really enjoyed it. The theater was fucking freezing to the point where like it was I won't say borderline. It was distracting because I was so cold. I'm naturally a really cold person. Hence the low iron, I guess. Maybe there's a correlation. I don't know. But I am so cold, and that theater had to be it definitely wasn't in the 70s. It had to be like in the 60s, I would assume. And mind you, I'm in New Jersey, and it was 35 outside. So, like it wasn't great. That was my only gripe with the whole experience, was that it was very, very cold. But it was a good time. It was a really good time. Like I mentioned in the other clip, I loved Wicked. I'm almost debating if I would see it again. I'm not a huge movie person, actually. I'm more into series, because I have a problem paying attention, and I like series because you can start it, you can pause it, and I'm also just greedy, and I like that after a show is done, usually there's like another season. Like, there's just a lot more content with series versus a 2-hour standalone movie where when it's over and you don't know what happened to the characters after that. I love Game of Thrones. Like, give me a series that's gonna go on for years that I can sink my teeth into. Like, that's the type of television content, acting content that I like. So I'm not huge into movies. Just a select few. And Wicked was just stunning. Cynthia, how do you say her last name? Cynthia Erivo? If I said that wrong, please forgive me. But The Wizard and I was like, I know, like, oh, you picked one of the most basic numbers that comes out in the beginning of the movie, but it was just so good. And that was my first impression of her, because I didn't listen to the soundtrack beforehand. I didn't look anything up of Cynthia's. I went in blind, and that was the best decision I could have made. It was amazing. It was so amazing. And she gave me goosebumps. And obviously, it goes without saying, we know Ariana Grande can sing. We know Ariana Grande can act. She did phenomenal. She did such a good job supporting Cynthia's character specifically, which I'm really happy about, because I was kind of worried, and I think a lot of people might have had the same idea of, she's Ariana Grande. She's the pop star. She's huge. So I went into it kind of concerned that was going to overshadow everything else. I didn't know what Wicked was about going into it. Never saw Wicked or anything like that, but I was kind of, even as much as I love Ariana Grande, I was kind of scared that it was going to be very much like the Ariana Grande show, and it didn't feel like that at all. And I think that's to her credit. She did such a good job. And everyone did such a good job. Jonathan Bailey was amazing. His character was so lovable, and I enjoyed it. And as someone who doesn't know the lore of Wicked, I don't know what's gonna happen in part 2. I don't know. I've never seen the play. I want to now. I really want to see the play now. But as someone that's watching it for the first time with the motion picture, I think it's phenomenal. I think it's absolutely amazing. I went with Fatima, like I mentioned, and she's seen the play. I think she said she would go again, so maybe I'm gonna drag her one of these days to New York City to go see the play. Don't mind me just trying to do a little nose contour and failing miserably, but at least it looks like I have a nose on my face again after all of that powder and foundation. But yeah, so do the Ariana Grande line. I've seen so many comments online of like her nose contour. I think her nose contour is actually really cute, personally. But yeah, let's just go ahead and blend that. There you go. There's my nose. Boom. We are getting closer and closer to finishing. So I like to go over my dot with eyeliner. I used to like take like a little Q-tip and just remove the makeup from my dot, but whenever I would do that, it would create like a gap and you could see where my foundation ended. I just didn't like it. So now I just take a little liquid eyeliner and I just go over my dot. Just enough so you can still see it. And there you go. Now let's put on some, I need some life back in me, so let's put on some blush. I bought the entire as you can tell, I love ColourPop. I bought the entire Valentine's Day collection because I love pink makeup. And everything was like pinks and reds and it was just so cute. Like, look at that. Look how adorable that is. And this is like a skin tint, I think. Like, I think I could use it for like lips and cheeks. I'm not super sure, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of pack this on a little bit. Use my sponge to kind of blend that out. And then I'm gonna take my Sailor Moon blush. I'm just kind of gonna use the same brush that I used to do my all over powder and tap that in. It's so cute. It has like a little indent of like Luna. I don't know if you can see. It's kind of like, you can see like the outline. Isn't it so cute? And just kind of go over that. I like a lot of blush. I have blush blindness. If you have an issue with how I do my makeup or how I do my blush, I have good news for you. It's on my face and not yours. So please be nice to me. It's just what I like. I never was into blush until like the whole like Sabrina Carpenter like craze of her blush placement. And I tried blush for the first time. And I was like, oh my god, this gives so much life to my face. It looks so much better in photos. Like, why did it take me so long to understand such a staple in makeup? Like, there's a reason why like rouge or blush has been a thing for eons. It's because it does so, like, look at that. Like, I have so much life in my face now. Like, insane. And I like to put a little bit on my nose. I'll just run it back and forth. There you go. All right, now it's time for some mascara, and then we will do our hair. Our hair, like it's both of ours. We're gonna do our hair together. Let me go ahead and just, apparently it's hard to talk and do this at the same time. Right, mascara is on. I use Colossal by Maybelline. I love this mascara. I've tried a few others. I really like the Benefit. The Benefit Flash something. It's like black with hot pink writing. But that's $29 and this is $12, and I like this just as much, if not maybe a little more. I think it gives me a lot of, I mean, I have decent lashes, to be honest, and they're pretty curly, but I just like how this accentuates that. I really like big lashes, so I feel like this gives me that. All right, now that my makeup's pretty much done, I am now going to spray it, I'm going to drench my makeup with e.l.f. Stay All Night Micro Fine Setting Mist. Kind of helps it look less powdery. And then I'm also going in with All Nighter Urban Decay Setting Spray. Just a few spurts of this. Just kind of dry that on my face, get some air on my face. Now, let's conquer the fun part. My hair. It's so crusty from yesterday. I washed it and I put product in it. So I got this whole system from the Curlsmith. They suckered me and my mom at Ulta. Representatives were there, and they were really nice. And they did my hair with this spray, the Shake and Shine, and it's a curl refreshing mist. So I used their products yesterday to kind of set my hair, and now this is what you're supposed to use on day 2, day 3 curls, when you're not drenching your hair all over again. So they gave me a lot of free stuff, which was really nice. I got these hair clips from them. So I'm gonna try to mimic what she did in my hair, which is she sectioned it off and used these clips and just kind of went in section by section and sprayed it, and it gave me so much volume. It gave me shine back to my hair. And let's see if I can mimic what she did. So this has 7 hyaluronic acids, seaweed, algae. It smells really good. It doesn't say it, but to me it smells like mango, even though it doesn't say that mango's in this. So I'm just gonna kind of, I guess, spray this. It smells so good. Okay. I feel like I see the shine and the definition starting to come back after sleeping in a bonnet all night. I definitely feel like it's adding moisture back into my hair because my hair is definitely a little crusty. It's just winter, my hair is drier, I have curly hair, my hair is already naturally dry, and then I bleach it and dye it pink because I am a lunatic. So, my hair can use all the hydration it could get. So they recommended this kit for coily hair that's supposed to be super moisturizing. And wow, okay. I'm actually really liking it. I feel like it already looks 10 times better. Okay. Maybe this was worth the $150. But yeah, it's called the Curlsmith. I got a whole, for what it's worth, for $150, I got a cleanser, I don't want to call it a shampoo. I feel like maybe it's more of a co-wash. A conditioner, style leave-in cream moisture lock thing, and it's right here, their in-shower style fixer. So this is the styling gel that's in my hair right now. Let me just get my bangs. I'm being very generous with this product too because I have a lot of hair, and you guys just saw what state it was in. It was, oof, as you can tell. Look at the difference, insane. Wow, that really is revitalizing, and look how Like, I feel like my hair looks shinier. Wow, okay. Before, after, before, after. Pretty, yeah, okay. You know what? I'll bite. This is good. I'll admit it. Oh gosh, who would have thought spending money on decent hair products actually pays off? Duh, Luna. I really need to start investing more in hair products. So I'm glad that I did this. Well, my mom did it, to be honest with you. This was like her Christmas gift to me, and she got it for me. And I'm so glad that she did. I think I'm definitely going to continue buying it. This in itself is like really, it's selling me. It really is. Because I never had a way to redo my hair. I always had to like re-soak it, you know? And I like that this is like hydrating. It feels hydrating. I feel like I want to buy several of these because look, I'm already like that. Like, this is my first time using it. Yeah, that product's worth it for sure. Okay, I'm gonna speed through the rest of my hair now. All right, and I am ready for the day, ready to work and go to the doctors. I feel so much better. I am so glad that I did this. I'm so happy that I just got ready for the sake of getting ready. I feel more myself. I feel confident. I love how my hair came out. I guess, you know, the Curlsmith is what it is. It's really, really good. Highly recommend. And thank you guys for following along on this vlog today. I know it wasn't super exciting. We just kind of like chit-chatted together. But sometimes that's what it's going to be. So I hope you liked it. And remember, everything is going to be okay. All right? I'll see you in the next one.